Hey, Jay, you're early, buddy. Bruce, what's happening, buddy? I got to do some fixing on this mic. It's picking up all the side noise. Gino, you finally made the chat. What's up, buddy? Bruce, you can always ask a question. Yeah, big deal. I was just watching his video. You know what, Lorenzo? Long live the Hemi. Yes, sir. That's my plan. Friday night and going Sunday. So I I got it good this weekend for some reason. I don't know what I did right this week, but I'm gonna try and hit both if possible. Ah, that's awesome, Bruce. You ain't got to work the bar. That's cool. Jonathan, no, I do not have stock. Well, there's stock axles, but they're stock Hellcat red eye axles. All right, Gino. No problem, Jay. We'll lock it up on Sunday, man. We'll have some fun. So just so everybody knows, I get a lot of questions on the modifications for the car. All my modifications are in all of the descriptions of all of my videos. So you can always look in one of the descriptions of the videos. They're always there. Derek, got my SRT 392 back after it was stolen from me a week ago. Good golly, man. Hopefully everything's still okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Hopefully they didn't take a bunch of crap off of it, strip it down or anything like that. So hopefully Derek, you got it back in ship shape and not too much, nothing wrong with it. Hopefully. Why do Dodge dealers frown at modded vehicles when you try and trade them in? Big deal. Here's the deal. Arguably, there's a lot of people out there that like modified cars, but then there's a lot of people that like stock cars. So for the most part, that's why they want stock cars, because they can sell them as stock cars. Uh, Modified cars, people get itchy about buying modified cars. That's just my opinion. That's my thoughts. Now, if that's really what, if that's not really the reason, then I'm not really sure why. But that's pretty much why. Ah, Gina, you like the Challenger on Sunday. I hear you. I'll give you all a spoiler alert here in a minute. Tim, anyone recommend 85 millimeter throttle body? So Fastman, I think Fastman is back in business if I'm not mistaken. So the Fastman does his is actually, I think it's an actually 84 millimeter throttle body if I'm not mistaken. And this is going a few years back. But Tim, look up Fastman, see if he's back in business. He does some awesome 80-ish in that range throttle bodies. Yeah, that Hellcat throttle bodies is a good answer, and they're not overly expensive comparatively speaking. Oh, excuse me. Amber, what's the current horsepower? Did a video on that. The dyno video. So 876 at 6,800 RPMs, 836 at 65 or 6,600 RPMs. So that's where we're at. Yeah, Tim, for what you're going to spend for that BBK, I would just get a stock Hellcat one. And you can get some used ones out there fairly cheap. All right, Jay's talking back to Bruce. Gino's talking to Tim. Bruce is going back. So, Tim, I can't remember. Do you have a 5.7 or a 392? I can't remember. And if you got a 5.7, do you have the 6.4 intake? That's going to be the key. The 5.7 intake is obviously smaller. But yeah, here's the spoiler alert for tomorrow night's video. We're back in the nines, folks. We're back in the nines in even worse weather than when we ran that 10.0 at MIR. And we're going back this Friday, and we're going back on Sunday. We'll have to see what happens. Because Friday night, hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler. Hopefully not as much humidity and grains in the air. We'll have to see what the DA is when we get there. But normally running at night, the DA is a little bit better. Problem with running at night, typically the humidity goes up and the grains tend to go up at night as well. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think it was 2,600 DA. Let me look it up. Hang on. So it was 77 degrees, 74% humidity, 106 grains, and 2,278 DA. We ran a 994 at 142 miles an hour. We're trapping some miles an hour, folks. We are tearing up the back half of the track. If we can fix a few things on the front half of the track, oh, she'd be killing it. But we got a few things to fix on the back half of the track, or the front half of the track. Yeah, Gino, from actually, I just looked at the weather. Looks like it's supposed to be raining Thursday evening. So hopefully, like you say, it holds off Friday, and we get a good night of racing. All right, Bruce is talking back to Jay. You're gonna be at Rockingham in November for Mopar's at the Rock Show. I have to think about that. I may be able to make that. I'm thinking about going to Mopar in September too. I don't know. We'll see. All right, Jay's talking back to Bruce. Bruce is talking back to Jay. Eric, you didn't miss a lot. Y'all know I usually start about 2-3 minutes early, but you really didn't miss anything. If you heard the spoiler for tomorrow night's video, the first run is a 994. I'll say it again, at 142 miles an hour. So we were cruising in some pretty terrible weather. All right, Jay's talking back to Bruce. Bruce is talking back to Jay. Jay's ready to make hits. Hey, let's talk about it, Jay. I think Mopar is the 15th through the 17th September, I think. I can't remember. I have to look at a calendar. Yeah, I stay away from Ocean City, Gino. Come on, man. You know, everything bad happens in Ocean City. And people getting nailed left and right for everything in Ocean City. Ocean City just scares the bejesus out of me. But I'm with you, Jay. Let's talk about maybe going down to Mo Party. And you know what? We can figure out something for November too. Get an Airbnb, a lot cheaper than the hotels, that's for sure. Uh-oh, Jay's got the boost loaded up. 14 and 17 pounds. That's definitely some fun right there, Jay. No doubt about it. I know, Bruce. I know you stick shift guys stick together 100%. Like I said, luck or not luck, I don't know what you want to call it, but if when I bought Shake, I said this before many a times. If Shake and Bake would have been just a weekendish car and not my daily driver, I probably would have bought a stick shift car. But being that the traffic the way it is here around this area, the Baltimore, DC, Fort Meade area is just terrible, and I didn't want to have to deal with a lot of shifting, so I got an automatic. All right, Jay's going back to Bruce. No, Jay, it's about all of us, brother. It's about all of us. But we will talk offline and see if we can make something happen. All right, Bruce. All right, buddy. Yeah, because the last time I went to actually the Modern Street Hemi Shootout down there. So I'm talking November now, and at the Rock. Man, I got a Airbnb for like $30 a night. It was ridiculous compared to $100 and some dollars for the freaking hotel. So there's that. So you did have to do. I did have to do a little bit of driving, but it wasn't bad. Did Track Pack blow his motor? Didn't get to his last video. Are you talking about Track Pack RT from the guy from Canada? I hadn't seen that, so I might have to go back and look. All right, Jay. All right, Jay. I'm full of excuses though. Gino, what's the goal with Shake and Bake right now? That's a good question because I'm running nines on boost only now compared to boost and nitrous on the last setup. I mean, come that November time, that October, November time frame, I wouldn't be surprised we get 9.6, 9.7 on just boost only. I may save the nitrous till next season. I don't know. But you're right, Gino. I should have a goal for what I'm looking for. But really, I think we get a 9.6, 9.7 in good weather. We got a little tweaking to do because we're banging up the top end of the injector duty cycle, and we're running just a tad lean, not very much, just a tad lean with what I'm running right now. Yeah, go faster. Exactly. Yeah, Gino, I think if I can hit a 9.6, 9.7 boost only, um, without pulling down, if we can get in the 9.5, 9.6 range, If I can make it a 9.5 car boost only and keep it reliable, that'd be fantastic. And I would just run 9.5 the rest of the year. If we can get it there in bad weather, then I in this summerish weather, I'll just run 9.5s the rest of the season. Yeah, there's a story behind the injectors. So when I went down, I meant to take them with me when I went and got dynoed, but I got discombobulated right before I left and got in a hurry. And not only did I forget the velocity stack, but I forgot the injectors, the 1650 injectors as well. So I'm trying to set up another day with Dave, hopefully in the next couple weeks, to get down, get the 1650s in, and get it dynoed with the velocity stack. Because I was seeing 19, almost 20 pounds of boost, where Dave was only seeing almost 18 pounds of boost. So big difference there, and that's why it's running a tad lean. But I'm at the top of the duty cycle too for the injectors, so there's not much room for him to add much more fuel either. So that's why I got to get back to the dyno, get the injectors put in, get it tuned on the injectors with the velocity stack. So that way it's tuned up right, and we're 100% on the AFR. Yeah, I think I can hit the 9.5. I think I can hit the 9.5s for the Modern Street Heavy Shootout in October. I think they have a 9.5 class, right? I think it's 10, 9.5, and then it's like all the no time stuff, the outlaw and heavyweights. I can't remember. Do they have a 9.5 class? Yes, because Anthony won the 9.5 class. Is pinning the crank pulls to align the belt? No. The pinning the crank is to make sure it doesn't spin. So it keeps the crank in its position vice twisting and getting discombobulated. Really mess things up if that happens. Yeah, that's what I thought they had 950. So probably I'm thinking I can run 950s. I'm thinking I can do it. We can do it. On the stock transmission too. I think we can run 950s. And if we do 950s, I believe that'll be the fastest 5.7, at least on YouTube. Tim's got the JLT performance intake. No, intake manifold. Not your cold air intake. Your intake manifold, Tim. So Jay, probably run 950s, the 950 class. Yeah, I'm not fast enough for them heavyweight guys. Because if they're not running the 850 class, those heavyweight dudes are fast. And those are heads up classes too. So then there's that. No problem, Bruce. You know what the chat's about, man. It's about asking questions, keeping me talking, keeping the chat moving. And if I don't know the answers, and I don't mind you guys calling out Jay or Mike or Gino or Tim or whoever in the chat. If you want to chat with them specifically, just put it in the chat and I'll just skip on down. It's not a big deal. All right, so we'll be running right there together then, Jay. We can run the nine. We can rule the 9.5 class. The only problem is those guys are serious. Right around the 1050 10.0 class, that's where things that's where the modern street Hemi shootout gets serious. That's when those guys have two steps, trans brakes, all the goodies, to get those good reaction times. Where I don't have all those goodies, though I may take a shot at trying the two step. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, Bruce, we're gonna get some runs. Jay and I are gonna get some runs in. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, Jay, there's a lot of competition. 10, you know you know the deal. You've been around Modern Street Hemi Shootout longer than I have. The 10.0, 1050 classes are very, very competitive. Those guys are serious, and they'll tune their cars on site to run 10.50 blank, right? You know the deal. You better be on your game, Woody. Yeah, I know you got them all, Jay. I know you got them all. I may look at doing a trans. There's just so much stuff I still got to do. So I'd like to, now that the engine's built, I'd like to build the transmission for sure. And then we'll see how far these stock axles takes us. Yeah, the transmission almost has to be next. Even before going to an F1A 94, I think. Because I think the trans is going to tap out eventually. I think 9.5 is going to be probably pretty close to tapping out the trans. All right, Eric, you know the deal, buddy. You've been in enough of these chats. That's what we do. Drop knowledge, and I'm gonna keep going. We're not stopping. It's just the mods are going to be fewer and farther between them because they're way more expensive and takes a lot more money. And that's a lot of money that I don't have because I just dropped a butt ton of money getting everything for the current build. So down the line, we got some bigger, brighter things, but it's going to take me a while to save some money. Those guys are restricted to not above 9,500 revs. All right. Steelers versus Tampa Bay. You know it, Tim. I'll have to record that game and check it out when I get home. We'll see how long the starters actually, the veterans, starters / veterans, we'll see how long they actually do play. I bet they don't play long. I would say 2-3 possessions maybe, and then we'll see everyone else jump in. All right, Jay. Yeah, and we're gonna keep pushing. Like I said, the fastest 5.7 on YouTube that I've seen at the track and make a run is, I think it's Crazy House or Crazy Horse Performance. They're on YouTube. They have a Dakota. They gap the rings in a stock bottom end 5.7. This is a stock bottom end 5.7, but I think they had a turbo 400 for the transmission, and they ran like a 9.6. So if we can get a 9.5, arguably I'd at least be the fastest 5.7 on YouTube. All right, Mike, thanks for chiming in, buddy. I appreciate it. That's true. Better late than never. Things are going great. All right, Bruce. You got it, Jay. Drivetrain's got to handle it. Without having the drivetrain to handle it, you're in trouble. Should I get Cooper Xeon tires? I haven't done any. I haven't seen anything on Cooper tires, so I'm guessing they are either a high performance or a summer radial. The 305s are fine, to be honest. You know, if you're not trying to do anything crazy, I just got 315s because they look fat. They make the tail end look fat because they're wide tires. But nothing wrong with 305s. Strace car life. All right. Hashtag Strace car. We're building it. We're making it happen. Oh, thanks, Eric. I appreciate you bringing Strace car back into the chat. I appreciate it. All right, Jay's asking Tim. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, aye. Too early to be doing that. Jay's talking to Tim, asking if he's on the street. Literally found the channel today and instantly subbed. The 2,500.57 videos brought me there. All right, awesome, buddy. Hey, I appreciate it, MCM. I appreciate it 100%, man. There is a lot of 5.7 content on the channel. These guys will tell you. You can go. These are terrible videos, but you can go back to when I was NA to the beginning of the channel. There's a lot of information on some of the NA stuff I did, and then a lot of the build. There's just a wealth of information on the on the channel, MCM. I'll just tell you that there is a wealth specifically geared toward the 5.7 for the most part. Even though, for the most part, you can take whatever you do to a 5.7 and do it to the 6.4 as well, arguably. But yeah, appreciate you chiming in. Appreciate you finding the channel. That's awesome. You found it. Appreciate the sub. And like I said, there's a wealth of information on the channel. And these Wednesdays, if you got questions, concerns, if you want to ask questions before you buy something, this is the forum to do it in. Ask the question. If I have any experience with what you're asking about, you'll get it from me. If not, hopefully someone within the channel will have some experience with what you're trying to do, or where you're going, or what modification you're trying to buy, or whatever. Like I said, these Wednesdays are packed full of information, man. I wish we could get more people in here asking questions. But yeah, it's a wealth of information. But glad you found the channel. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the support. Hang in there. We got some serious racing coming. That's for sure. You going with a simple built trans? I'm not sure which way I want to go. If I want to go pure or if I want to go simple. I'm not really sure. I'm going to hold off on that decision until either I have to make that decision, or it comes to the point where I got everything saved up and I'm ready to make that decision. But for now, it's probably going to be pure or simple. And to be honest, for the most part, they all those trans builders, for the most part, they use the same stuff from Suncoast. It's the same stuff. So, we'll see when the time comes. But to be honest, I don't think you can go wrong with pure or simple. But, we'll see when the time comes. Trying to build the ultimate street RT Challenger. Yeah, Tim, I think you'd be fine with those 305s. Yeah, Jay, your stopgap engine is holding up pretty well. Quarter mile runs, I really got to get the one Maple Grove or MIR. Yeah, I know. I heard Maple Grove is doing more eighth mile stuff than quarter miles, which is I'm not an eighth mile guy either. I love the quarter mile. Eighth mile is just at least for the power level and the times we're running is just it's too short. It's not long enough. So that's why I like MIR. Go the quarter mile. All right, Jay. Jay's talking to Bruce. Bruce is talking to Jay. I went too far. Yeah, Mike. Yeah. Jay's stuff is holding up pretty good. Shake and Bake's holding up pretty good. We're roughly the car is making more torque, but all that new torque is at the top end. It's not at the bottom end. So I don't know if you guys looked at. I think I put the comparison chart up there between the 750 run before on the old setup and the 876 run on the new setup. Literally the curve is basically exactly the same up until we get into the top of the RPMs. So all the torque down low is basically the same. So that's why we're seeing roughly the same 60 foots because the torque's the same and the power is the same down low. It's just making more power up top. Yeah, Eric, it's just some of the bigger name stuff. They're not really into sponsorships. Small fries like me. Now, if I had a couple 100,000 subscribers, maybe I could start seeing some sponsorships from like Pro Charger or Nitrous Express or some of them other folks. But until then, I don't think sponsorships is in the cards right now. All right, Jay's talking to Bruce about the quarter mile. Jay, I'm with you. I avoid eighth mile at all costs unless I'm just doing front half testing. The eighth mile is great for that front half testing, getting things dialed into the front half. But other than that, yeah, I avoid the eighth mile at all costs. Tim, saving up for long tubes, got it down to BBK or Cooks, 1 and 7/8. Any advice? Cooks. 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 The old adage, you get what you pay for. With Cooks, you definitely get what you pay for. I've had mine on my car for, what is this, 2023. Got it in 2016. That's 7 years. So they've been on the car probably 6 years, 6.5 years, and they're still on the car. And they look great. No rust, no problem with the welds, nothing. I know they're more expensive. They are going to be more expensive than BBKs, but I'm telling you, you get what you pay for, 100%. Oh, that's good, Bruce. That's good, Bruce. And like I said, I think Maple Grove does do some quarter mile stuff. So you just got to hit them on a day they're doing quarter miles. Jay beat me to the punch. Cooks is the way to go, Tim. Like I said, they are a bit more expensive, but you get what you pay for, 100%. MCM. Yeah, I'm making my way from the bottom of the channel up. Great content. Nothing but respect. Hey, I appreciate MCM 100%. I, I I say this all the time too. I'm not a mechanic, I'm not a tuner, and I'm not an engine builder. So if you want to get into those real nitty gritty specific stuff, Jay, Mike, wide body Mike, or someone else like that, hopefully will answer those questions. But I'm none of those three. I'm just an average Joe building his car, racing it on the weekends, and driving it around during the week. And yes, I still do I don't drive her as much as I used to, but I still do uh, go get groceries, and just sometimes I just go for a trip just to drive around car. So yeah, I appreciate MCM. Like I said, there's a lot of information, 5.7 information. And if you got any questions, you can always hit me up on Instagram. I do answer pretty much everybody's questions and talk to everybody on Instagram too. I'm still small enough where I'm not overwhelmed with questions and people pinging me on Instagram. So yeah, if you come across a question and you come across something, you're like, should I get this or should I get that? And you want to ask, feel free, jump in Instagram. Or if you see me at the track, I don't know if you live in Maryland, and you're at any of the tracks. If you see me at a track, feel free to come up, talk to me. Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what I'm all about. Trying to help others not make my mistakes and waste the money that I wasted on a lot of things that I shouldn't have wasted my money on. He's a real bad influence. He sure is, Mike. 100%, buddy. Come on, Jay. Nah, I'm not scared of big boy engines. I just want to show people what the baby Hemi, what the baby Hemi can do. Baby brother is no joke. And I continue to prove it. And yes, there's no replacement for displacement except more boost. So it does take more boost to go as fast as some of the big brothers. But yeah, I love being the baby brother. I'm the baby brother of the family, so I'm the baby of the family too. So baby Hemi, baby Don, it just goes. Don't get SP longs. Bids are short. Yeah, so Tim, you can look into Stainless Works too. Stainless Works has some good headers. I want to say Texas Speed, I think they have some good headers, long tube headers as well. So there's a few top of the line other long tube headers you could go with besides Cooks. So you could look into those. All right. Jay's talking to Bruce. What Mike said. That's for sure. All right, Jay, I'm probably going to be there Sunday. I'm right now planning on going Friday and Sunday, but we'll see. To MIR, Bruce. Going to MIR. MCM, lack of knowledge, guys. But can anyone tell me if there's any downside to getting a police Charger 5.7? MCM, I don't think so. So if you go look at OMG, it's Mr. Mack, M-A-C-K. He's got a YouTube channel too. Doesn't post very much, but they have a police Charger that they're building. So yeah, there's no downside in getting one of those police Chargers 5.7s. Yeah, I never heard of Stainless Power. Never heard of them. Now, Stainless Works, they're reputable. A lot of people use Stainless Works. A lot of people use Cooks. A lot of people use Texas Speed. Borla has a good set. Again, you're probably paying for some of the name, but you're paying for a quality product. And Jay comes in with Stainless Works, 100%. Eric, good point. The police Chargers are all-wheel drive too, and that is definitely 100% an advantage. The way Max and Dave, well, it's Dave's car. my tuner Dave, that's his car is the cop car. It launches crazy. Get another video going. It launches it when it launches, it launches. So there is an advantage to the all-wheel drive piece. Not 0.22 off my 0 to 60. The mids had to be tweaked. Yep. Yeah, so when I got my long tube headers, Cook's long tube headers, I got Cook's high flow green catted mid pipes too. So if you're gonna stay on the street and you want to keep your cats, putting cats on the mid pipe are a little bit more expensive. But yeah, you're gonna have to get mid pipes if you get long tube headers. Yeah, Jay, good point on the all wheel drive because they are heavier. But again, the launches are ridiculous because it's all wheel drive. Custom exhaust shop will cost the difference. Z, what's going on? Slow car in the chat. I hear you, brother. I know, Mike. I wish I could get some kind of sponsorship through Pro Charger, but without doing big time races and get some big time wins and making some big time power, more power than I'm making now, sponsorship just I just don't see it happening. I think if I posted some of the races on Instagram and hashtag them in my Instagram more often than I do, maybe I could get some love from them, but I don't see it happening. Jay talking to Z. Z, what's up? Yeah, Eric, I wish. Only street driving Shake and Bake does is the 85 run. That's funny you say that. I gotta go get filled up tomorrow for this weekend. I gotta get filled up tomorrow for this weekend. Now Z, I even posted it in the chat. I picked up groceries the other day with Shake and Bake. Now with the ice tank and everything in the back, it's kind of finagling to figure out where to put everything. But I did go get groceries with Shake and Bake. All right, J and Z are going back and forth. Strace car. There's Strace car again. All right, the term is catching on. I like it. I like it. Corn life is no joke. We've been telling you that forever, Jay. It's about time you start seeing it. Jay, you going to Fort Meade tomorrow? Maybe we can meet up. Is anyone putting a rev limit on Jay? I hear you, Bruce. It is all in good fun. Nazari, when I get a 5.7 Challenger, I'll have to go with an H-pipe setup. Nothing wrong with an H-pipe setup. Exhaust theory. Right, here we go. H-pipe versus an X-pipe. 6 in one hand, half dozen in another. H-pipe's going to give you a little bit of different sound. But there's nothing wrong with an H-pipe setup either. Jay's putting Bruce on timeout. Trackback RT, what's up, buddy? Stay in the works. American Racing. Those are the ones I forgot. American Racing are good ones too. Now, Z from JBA, I heard a lot of people having problems with GBA long tube headers and getting them to fit. That's just what I heard. And sorry, that's hey, it's all in what you want out of the car, right? X pipe tends to lean towards performance. X pipe tends to lean towards sound, but you know, it is what it is. But if you like the sound of the X pipe, nothing wrong with that, brother. Bruce, not my first time on timeout. I hear you. Tim, anyone rocking Cherry Bombs glass packs on a Hemi? Not that I know of. I don't know of anybody that have glass packs. There's Nazari saying he used them on a different car. There's Bruce talking to Jack Pack if he blew his engine. Mike, Tim, I had exhaust shop. Put knockoff Flowmasters on my Ram. True dual, long tubes, no cats. He would swear I was rocking old purple horn. All right, Mike. Yeah, the Borla catback does sound a little bit raspy, but it's got its own sound, really. And the long tubes, they can change the way things sounds. The cats can change the way things sound. The catback exhaust, what you're doing from the cat's back is going to change what it sounds like. But it's all in what you want, how you want it to sound. If you're really going for sound, Flowmaster, their stuff sounds great, man. Their chambered mufflers sound awesome. But they're not so much for performance because you get a lot of back pressure from them. But they do sound great. So there you go. All right, I'm falling behind here. There, Jay's talking to Tim. Are you trolling the 70s exhaust technology? All right, MCM, no problem. Hey, I'm in Florida every once in a while, so don't say you might not meet up with us. I do go to Florida every once in a while, so there's possibility there. Tim, Mike, go get Racer XD. Go get his Demon 170. I hear you. I know, Jay. He's so wrong for that, right? It's cheaper. I got you, Bruce. Sometimes it's about being cheap. Nah, Tim, we know you're not trolling. He's just ribbing you, brother. I can identify as a big time racer. Problem is, I do more test and tuning than I do actual races. That's the problem. Next year, now that we got some power and we're having some fun, I think it's time to start showing her off in some of these bigger races. So next year, I may look at starting to do more races than just test and tunes. Maybe start to make a little bit bigger name for myself. Yep, Tim. Yep, you got it. And Bruce is saying it too. We're just ribbing you, man. It's all in fun. Mike, we know that, man. We know you were just playing. Jay saying he likes Magnaflow. Magnaflow makes some great catback exhaust too. Amazon still carries them. All right. Noah, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for chiming in. I appreciate it. Pedal Commander, 100%. Don't get a Pedal Commander. If you want to get one of those throttle response things, get the Sprint Booster. I've heard way too many people having problems with Pedal Commander, especially in the Dodge community. Just not working, getting codes, running the battery down, just all kinds of stuff from Pedal Commander. Go get you a Sprint Booster. I had mine for 4 years, 4 years. I have my Sprint Booster, and they're great. They work 100%. Your car is going to feel 100% different if you crank that thing all the way up. They do what they say they do. Now, performance-wise, do you get anything? That argument has been argued many, many, many times. I personally tested it and never seen any performance enhancements from using those things. But hey, buy one and do it yourself. It is what it is. Yeah, Jay, I'm with you. I'm with you. That's probably the best anti-theft device out there today, is just to have a manual car, because none of these youngsters know how to drive one. Maxi built simple trans all day. Yeah, like I said, it's probably going to be pure or simple, but like I said, they use this. They use the same stuff. They all use the same stuff, and it's all from Suncoast. If I knew how to build a transmission, I'd just buy the transmission pack off of HHP and do it myself. I mean, yeah. That, yeah, like I said, Flowmaster sound awesome, 100%. Noah, Simple built my trans. It's been holding 850 wheel horsepower. Great. That's awesome, man. Thanks, Noah. I appreciate it. Incredible Hemi, what's up, buddy? Incredible Hemi in the chat. What's going on, brother? Track back. Hey man, I know I've been throwing videos out there left and right, man. So I know it's hard to kind of keep up, but yeah, everything's going great. I threw the spoiler out there. I'll throw it out there again. We ran a 994 at 142. So there you go. That's a spoiler for Thursday's video. Yeah, Bruce. These new kids, man, they can't drive a 3-pedal car. That's for sure. Yep, Tim. Sure enough, man. I had the Super 40s on my car in the beginning for a while. First, I had them with the resonators, and then I took the resonators off. But I didn't have the Thunder catback. I just had the Super 40s in the middle, and then eventually took the resonators off, and yeah, it sounded really good. What's the best street prep? That I don't know. I'm not a street guy. I don't know if Gino's still in here. He's a street guy. Jay, I know he does some things on the street, but when it comes to prep, I don't know. And that's one thing I'm going to tell you. If I don't know, I'm going to tell you I don't know. So, Noah, hopefully someone else answers that question, because I can't answer it. That's 100% true, Jay. Like I said, these new kids nowadays, they can't they can't drive a 3-pedal car. Eric, I know. Yeah, he answered you down below. We're still working on it. We're still working on a few things. and he definitely keeps you up to date in his videos. So just kind of keep with his videos. I don't know if he wants to do a spoiler here, but I won't do a spoiler for him. I'll let him do it. But we're still working on it. All right, Jay. All right. Uh, so there you go, Noah. Jay's giving you the scoop. All right, there's Incredible Hemi coming in with what's happening on his channel. So he has a lot of. If you go back in his channel a little ways, he's got a lot of 5.7. It's a RAM, but he's got a lot of 5.7 content as well. So everything you can that he's done to the RAM, you can do to a Charger or a Challenger as well. So he's got a lot of information on his channel too. So if, I know probably a majority of you guys already do subscribe to Incredible Hemi, but like I said, he's got a lot of 5.7 content. Earlier, go back about a year. He has a lot of 5.7 content. Since then, he's become a trader and upgraded to a 392 with a Whipple. So there is that. He skated out on us. I still love you, brother. You know I love you. But you know I got to give you some crap for going for going with a 6.4. But it's all good, man. That truck is awesome. He's doing a lot of good things. So yeah, you can keep up with his channel too. All right, Bruce and Jay. Bruce and Noah's going back and forth. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said. Incredible. I mean, it's either pure or simple. I'm just going to worry about it when the time comes. When either I have to do it or I got the money to do it. Bruce, the 850 DRs. Yeah, I'll have to check them out. No, if you're gonna go with the bill, suggest Sipple's over Pure. I've seen hard parts both companies use in person. I can personally say Sipple parts are high quality. All right. Thanks, Noah. I appreciate it. I'll keep that in mind. I have talked to Sipple a couple times, and he is willing to give me a little bit of a break if I put him on the YouTube channel. So yeah, I may go Sipple, may go Pure. I'm still debating, but like I said, I'm not. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Yeah, I said that earlier, Jay, but it's all good. Like I said, they all use the same stuff, and it's all the Suncoast parts. All of them, no matter who you go to, Paramount, Sipple, Pure, name another HP 70, HP 90 build Hellraiser transmission. They all use the Suncoast parts and Suncoast clutches. They all use the same stuff. Clutches, yes, but the drums input chat. Okay, I'm with you, Noah. I'm following you. I'm taking in what you're putting down. I also take everyone else's experiences in when I'm doing things. I should have done that with the throttle body. I didn't. But they are sending me a new one, so update on the throttle body. Granatelli's sending me a new throttle body. So we'll give them another chance, and we'll see what happens. Jay and Noah's going back and forth about Sipple. All right, we're coming up on 10 o'clock. I'm going to try and catch up. Sipple is a straight up guy. I've talked to him a couple times. Great dude to talk to. Which cam are you using? Building my 300, trying to get into the 11. So the cam I have now is a custom grind cam from MMX, specifically ground for my setup with the Pro Charger. I used to have the Comp Cam 270, made plenty of power. That's the cam that got me in the 11s. So there you go. You can go with a Comp Cam 270. You can go with Comp Cam. They got the HRT series now. You can go with stage 1, 2, or 3, depending on how much power you want. Just keep in mind which way you go when it comes to camshafts. But yeah, Comp Cams and their HRT series are great. So you can use one of them. All right, Incredible Hemi. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. You know I'm 100% with you. Yeah, the old block, I used the Comp Cam 270 off the shelf. Bruce, haven't been to Cumberland after work. Stainless works for long tubes. I hear you, Maxi built. Eric Ram guy, so I'm definitely subbed to Incredible Hemi. Awesome, man. Appreciate it. So I've seen a lot of people use Power Stop, Tim. I've used R1 Concepts for mine, but I've heard a lot of good things from Power Stop as well. Bruce, it's definitely not outdated. It's definitely not, and it ran extremely well in the car when I was with the Pro Charger. So y'all heard my discussion on cams 1,000 times, but so I'm not gonna get down there. All right, we're just past 10 o'clock. I'm trying to catch up with everybody. Taking bets on whether the new throttle body tanks out on me too. Yeah. I don't have a bunch of faith. We'll see what happens. If it does, then I'm definitely gonna look at trying to get a refund. But I try and keep these. All right, this last comment here. Thanks everyone. Looking to be done building and hopefully tested by SCT Indy. All right, the tank, awesome, buddy. You got some choices out there. The HRT series from Comp Cams is great. The 270 is the one that I had. When you're NA, difference in cams, just my opinion, is not that much. So the tank, if you're actually gonna go Pro Charge, what I would do is pick whoever you want: HHP, MMX, Texas Speed, whoever you want to do your cam. Talk to them about your setup. Talk to them about what you want out of that setup, and let them do a custom grind for you. So I would get that custom grind cam now. It may hurt you a little bit. NA vice something that's custom grind for a Pro Charger setup. You may lose a little bit, but that way you're not buying two cams. So there you go. Noah, real quick, what were the 8th mile gains from the cat and throttle body? Let me look at the last run. So typically I run 6.667 on the old setup, 6.8 on the old setup. I ran a 6.4 last weekend. So it gave me a couple tenths, the new setup in the 8th. All right, it is past 10 o'clock. I've gone over time, but hey, I appreciate everyone taking the time, being the Wednesday night chats. You guys are the reason why I do this chat, the reason why I leave it open for questions and things like that, so people can get the information they need and are looking for. So that's what it's all about. And hopefully, again, try and not make the same mistakes and waste the money that I wasted on a lot of things I did. But that's it for that. That's it for tonight, folks. Y'all have a great one. Don't forget, tomorrow night drops the 994 video. Ding, 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 at 142, by the way. I had to say it again. That one's coming tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. And it's a, what do they call it? Premiere video. So I'll be in the chatting for a little bit while the video is going. But that's it for night. Y'all have a good one. Till next time. Adios.